ready for your weekly dose of pixie dust with Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And Patrick Dougal.
What?
We have such amazing listeners and viewers because last week, I don't know if you remember, I'm sure you do, we were talking about the Hercules premiere in New York City and the Hercules electrical parade that went to New York City and went around Times Square and such. And we had mentioned on the show, we hadn't seen it. We didn't know if there were any YouTube videos. Guess what? There are YouTube videos of it. And thank you to Sylvia Snow and Enrique Cortez, who sent those links to us.
Awesome.
And did you check it out? I sent it to you. Did you?
I have not.
Okay.
Busyness, but
it's crazy.
I'm definitely going to look at it.
Yeah. I texted it to you. So check your old texts. And it was pretty cool. There were a couple of brand new Hercules specific floats that started the parade. In fact, the little announcement at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think they called it the Hercules electrical parade or something like that. So it was pretty cool. And there was the people narrating what was happening, the Christmas parade you see and stuff on TV.
That sounds awesome.
So thank you for writing in and letting us know about that because it was pretty cool. But I want to start with what may perhaps be the most shocking Disney news of the year. Do you know where I'm going?
ABC.
ABC. Shocking. Say it.
Galavant renewed for season 2.
What?
I never watched the first season.
My mind is blown.
I was shocked. What is it? The Shield spinoff with Peggy Carter.
Is that an ABC show?
Yeah, that's the spinoff of Shield. It's Agent Peggy Carter, which was back in Captain America's movie. That was his love interest, who he gets frozen in ice, so he doesn't get to be with her for any longer because he's frozen in ice.
Okay.
So they did spin off on that, and I was shocked at the fact they did renew it, but it was I read that it was barely renewed, and I was like, I didn't watch it.
Did you watch it?
But
No.
I thought it reviewed pretty well, and people are really into Shield. However, it was renewed for a second season, but it was on the chopping block.
Yeah, it's always weird what they decide to renew and not renew. But the thing about Galavant was nobody was even waiting for a season 2. I don't think. Apparently, there's a small fan base out there. I think the rating started somewhere around 7.4 million when it premiered, and then by the end it was 4.4 million. But I mean, I thought it was just an assumption. Hey, we shot these, we're gonna air them because we paid to shoot them. But that's gonna be it. Because, you saw the pilot only, was completely underwhelmed. After finding out it was going to be 6 nights of television, really it was 12 half-hour episodes, and they showed 2 episodes a night. After I found out it was just so short, I was okay, I'll watch it because it's Alan Menken. But I was not enjoying it per se. And when I got there, I'm okay, I've now seen every episode of Galavant that has ever been produced. Well, I can no longer say that because I will not be tuning into season 2
There you go.
at all. It was the most shocking Disney news I've heard in a really, really, really long time. So that happened. But anyway, moving on from there, let's see. What happened this week? Well, the Hatbox Ghost premiered. Little thing.
That's a little thing.
Did you check it out?
I did.
And?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
So cool. I went on the very first day, ran in the parks just for that. The line was about 35 minutes.
And they were doing fast passes.
They were doing fast passes that day, which isn't too bad. It still wasn't as crazy as when Nightmare premieres or something, but there was definitely a fan base for it. Of course, the news was people only really knew about it if you were following Disney news constantly. So it was the loyal Disney fans who were there, and then the average.
And then the people who just happen to be in the park, and they're probably what is going on today? Yeah. I didn't go for 2 reasons. I was thinking about going early Saturday morning, and I was it's going to be crazy because of the Hatbox Ghost. But then secondly, they were having the premiere of the movie Tomorrowland at Disneyland. And I was I don't feel like fighting those crowds today. But I saw a video of it, plenty of video of it. Here's what I think is interesting. I mean, I think that this whole Hatbox thing just proves how loyal Disney fans are. Because the fact is, it's cool. It's not spectacular. It's not like a brand new attraction opening. It's not even like the effects being used or anything that new. It's projection and lighting and stuff that we've seen before. It's just fans, Disney fans are crazy. The one complaint I'm hearing, although I actually think it's a good thing, is the fact that you're not guaranteed to see the effect because it doesn't happen for every Doom buggy. It happens like every 5 or 6.
Yes.
So it's one of those repeat visit things, and
you can definitely see it from Hatbox to his head or head to Hatbox. You might not see the full transition from head to Hatbox back to head.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was cool.
Yeah.
I got lucky. But if you literally, like, as you're coming around and, like, watch it and then just turn your head, you can see all of it.
So he's there forever now, probably. I'm curious to see how they incorporate him in with Haunted Mansion Holiday. I'm curious if they're going to change the head or I don't know, put a Santa hat on or something. I'm curious if he's affected whatsoever.
The attic was extended like a good amount. Yeah. It's kind of nice now because when you went like outside into the graveyard, it just didn't, you like kind of just went out and then went backwards. There's actually like almost like hole in the attic now that you kind of go down out of, so it kind of makes more sense. The only complaint I have is he looks so new and so he's awesome and bright that the technology is so good that it's almost off-putting from the rest of the attraction since it's still all old animatronics.
Which is a similar complaint that I've heard people talk about as far as in Walt Disney World. The cool effect that they have in their Haunted Mansion is the hitchhiking ghosts at the end are now computer animated and they will cut your head off or murder you and actually do cool things. But a lot of people complain that is too modern for that attraction.
But that is a like super tall, I'll take it.
Seriously? Yeah.
That's fine.
I'll take it. So that happened. But interesting little thing related to the Haunted Mansion that I actually never really heard about, and I'm curious if you had, was the pet cemetery, not the one that we're used to in the front queue line, but apparently there's a pet cemetery backstage that is now on the north side of the mansion that is now in danger of going away because they're going to make it scooter parking, apparently.
Ooh, interesting. I've only know there's a pet cemetery at the exit of Haunted Mansion in Walt Disney World, but I didn't know.
This is the one. This is at Disneyland, and apparently, like, it's literally backstage. You have to like get escorted in backstage to see it. But people are like upset about the fact that they're getting rid of it because it's like a historic part of the mansion. I was like, I never knew about this.
Yeah.
You never knew about it. We're pretty hardcore Disney fans here. And if we didn't know about it, I don't know how many people really did. And frankly, if they want to make more scooter parking backstage, do it, please, because I don't want it on stage. Yeah. So I'm okay with it, but some people are upset about it.
Fun fact, though, in the pet cemetery at Walt Disney World, when they closed Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Mr. Toad has a little tombstone in it.
Yeah, and this is in Florida as well, the Mr. Toad handing off the deed to Owl, I believe, in the Winnie the Pooh ride because he took over that space. So.
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Toad. Oh.
He's still there.
Yeah.
But we have the full ride here at Disneyland.
True. And speaking of Disneyland stuff, some cool thing that I think maybe a lot of people don't really think of, but I always enjoy is the Main Street windows in the Emporium shop. They always have like some cool little animated windows. And once again, it seems like the 60th anniversary surprises never stop. We're getting brand new animated windows. Have you seen the test models of them? They're pretty cool. We've got Peter Pan coming, Cinderella, Frozen, of course, Princess and the Frog, Toy Story, which I think is an interesting choice, and Aladdin. And currently, what is it? It's like, we've got a Ratatouille currently.
It's like, some of them are like half, like,
some of them are like princesses,
Pocahontas, and then other half. The only thing I'll really miss is the Ariel one, because she had a derp face.
A what?
A derp face?
What is?
Have you ever looked?
She looks creepy, but what does derp mean?
Just, like, awkward.
Okay. I've never heard the term derp before.
DERP.
Popular. Okay. Does it stand for something inappropriate?
No, it's internet slang.
Derp?
Derp, like
DIRP or just DRP?
When your face just looks not right.
Looks derp. Patrick's face is derp.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the Ariel,
she did have a weird face.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find it at Company D.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, if we could find that at Company D, I would purchase that.
But
new windows. The new ones look cool, like the full. No, one of the cool, interesting things is they're going to be adding animation into it in a way similar to Sleeping Beauty Castle, where they've got like the computer graphics and you see the reflections in the glass and stuff, which is easy to control inside a dark castle.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how it works on Main Street, considering a lot of the day is sunlight. I mean, I'm sure they've thought it through and done tests and stuff, but when I heard that they were going to do that, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it's still going to have like the traditional just pop-ups and hiding stuff, and it's pretty cool. Which one are you looking most forward to?
The Aladdin one looked cool. The Princess and the Frog one looked cool.
The Frozen one looks
I have to admit
cool.
the Frozen one looks really
because
cool
it goes from like spring to winter,
Yeah.
and it's like a complete transformation. I think that was probably like the biggest transformation from before and after.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. But that's kind of exciting. And guess what?
What?
More 60th anniversary stuff.
Of course.
It's happening over at Disney California Adventure in
Mad Tea Party?
Mad Tea Party, and they're calling it the Diamond Mad Tea Party.
Yes, Mad Tea Party is coming back, but with like a few little
I think it's all
extra things.
changed.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They are actually adding a photo op, which you'll probably be excited about, over where the House of Cards was. And it sounds like they've got a whole new set list and everything, and I'm sure they're going to diamondize the heck out of it. But of course, this is just confirmation that the Freeze the Night is going away.
Yeah. And that was a given.
And I believe it's the sing-along, though, still staying.
Was not really part of Freeze the Night.
I want the Muppets back.
Sorry.
I want them eventually. They will come back. We'll speak about them a little later. But yeah, Mad Tea Party. We know there's diehard fans out there, so they must be excited. But it does sound like they took away one of the performance spaces, because where that photo op's going to be used to be like a stage. It sounds like they might be sharing the main stage, so maybe the live band won't be out there as often as they once were. But once again, full night of entertainment over at Disney California Adventure. And a lot of people are like upset. Have you been seeing on Twitter, like there are
Changes to the Mad Tea Party?
Not that there are changes, but like that they're making it part of the 60th anniversary. Like there's a lot of those kind of remarks, like just what Walt wanted, people at a rave, you know, like I read one that was like, you know, just what Walt dreamed, sitting on a bench watching his children at a rave, you know.
I haven't heard that. I've heard people mad about the fact that things are changing over in California Adventure just because it's Disneyland 60th. And like
I agree.
Nothing to do with California Adventure, but I don't care. I'll take new
I mean,
stuff.
if you really want, it's the Disneyland Resort's 60th anniversary. I guess if you're going to go there, I agree. It's really Disneyland's party, but it would be silly not to. I'm not crazy about the diamondizing of stuff though. Like the Carthay Circle recently got their diamonds, and it's not doing it for me.
Although when I went into the park on Saturday, like it's a complete. The main street has been completely like overchanged from when I was last on it. There are like banners everywhere. Every light pole has a diamond on it.
Yeah, they're getting ready.
Yeah, it's real close.
I'm really interested to see how it affects all the holidays decorations, because where they're hanging diamonds, normally you'd have like jack-o'-lanterns or wreaths or whatever. So
I still think they'll change it. I think it's
sure.
This right now is mainly for that summer push. But once it gets into Halloween and Christmas,
the wreaths will probably have diamonds all over them.
That'll
be
cool.
kind of cool. It's gonna snow diamonds instead of snowflakes.
That would hurt.
No, it's gonna be. It'll be like hail. It'll be cool, because that's what the kids are doing. Anywho, another cool thing happening at Disneyland. Lots of Disneyland stuff going on.
Yeah.
The Harbor Boulevard Hotel, called Carousel Inn, has been purchased by the Walt Disney Company. Now,
Interesting.
This is across the street from Disneyland. They're letting the people who are currently in it still use it. It's not going to become a Disneyland Resort Hotel. But they own the land now, which the buzz among the Disney fans is they're buying up this land to build a third park. And possible, but they're going to need a lot more land to do it.
Yeah, that is
a lot more.
Not a park.
They paid $32 million, which is a lot less than people expected. But it's kind of just like the beginning of, it's no secret Disney wants to control as much of that area as possible. And I think it's a nice start. And when maybe the competitors are seeing this, they'll probably sell it for more money, of course. But it's kind of encouraging to think that they're at least like thinking that way.
Yeah.
So
More parking.
Not more parking. No, more parks. They actually own a little piece of land over by the convention center that could be turned into a water park if they wanted. It's a large enough space.
The Toy Story lot?
No, I don't think it's the Toy Story lot. But
the one right across from...
I don't know, to be honest.
Toy
but they were
Story parking.
I don't even know.
It's parking.
It's parking now, but they're buying land, which is great. They're going to buy the convention center. That's what's going to happen. Then they're going to knock it down and make it another park. No.
They need to keep Toy Story parking because that's where I park for all my conventions because it's free with my annual pass.
Nice. Shh. Secrets. What else is going on? Speaking of the Anaheim Convention Center.
Yes.
The Expo.
Is happening.
The Expo has made some big announcements.
Yeah.
The D23 Expo coming up in August, which is the greatest thing every 2 years. My favorite convention of all time. I love it. But they made some announcements as far as what kind of panels we can look forward to. Now,
movies panel, animation panel.
Well, Friday we're getting the Disney Legends ceremony, which is going to be hosted by Bob Iger. I did not see the last one, but the 2 or 3 that I did attend, I think it was 2, it was hosted by Tom Bergeron from America's Funniest Home Videos. So I don't know if Tom Bergeron got fired or if they're like, budget, let's just have our president do it. Like, I don't know, but I thought it was interesting that Bob Iger is going to be hosting it this year.
I think that's kind of fun. I mean, was it D23 when he released that video of him doing casual Disney cast member jobs in the park?
I did not see that video, but I mean,
super funny.
Good, God knows you can't hit everything up at the expo, so maybe it was there and I missed it. But yeah, so the Disney Legends ceremony, which is cool. I've been to a couple. The best one was the one with all the princesses, and they all performed. That was amazing. But yeah, so that'll be the first day. Unfortunately, like in order to attend that, I feel like you have to miss something better, which is the Disney Animation and Pixar panel.
This was right before.
So what happened the first year? If you went to Legends Ceremony, you got to stay in the arena for the next panel, which I think was animation or maybe live action. But you could stay. Now they clear it out and load people in.
No, I believe last year they had the animation panel in like the middle of the afternoon. Usually they always begin right in the morning is the first, like, it was animation right in the morning or live action right in the morning at like 9. So there are people lining up outside the hall at like 4 in the morning.
But I know I had to miss Legends in order to catch something else, which sounds like it's going to be that again.
I believe it was during the Broadway one. Could have been?
No, because that was late at night. It might have been Dick Sherman or live action.
Late at night.
Might have been live action then.
Live action was right in the morning.
Whatever it was.
I remember.
Okay. Well, so yes, in any case, that's happening, and the animation and Pixar thing. The thing that surprised me on Saturday, they're having a live action panel, which is going to include Disney Pictures and Marvel and Lucasfilm. No, not Star Wars, Lucasfilm, where they're going to announce Indiana Jones 5. But this was surprising to me. I actually thought Marvel and Lucasfilm would get their own panel. I'm a little, just because like they're not making an appearance at Comic-Con. I really thought that they're really gonna, and I'm sure it's gonna be huge. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But I thought they were really gonna do like their own thing.
I remember last year they did. Marvel was a big section of the live action, so I think it'll just be sectioned off again, where you have Disney's live action section, Marvel, and then Star Wars.
So yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a huge panel to be at. The live action. I mean, that's going to be massive.
But the one I'm most excited for...
Which one? Oh, yes.
That they're doing this year is a parks panel.
Thank God, because last time there wasn't one. That was the biggest disappointment of the last expo, was the fact that there was no theme parks big showcase.
But the only thing I'm happy they're doing it, but I'm kind of disappointed because I feel like the only news we'll hear a lot of is Shanghai.
True.
But hopefully we'll be surprised.
But here's the other thing. What if, because these are both on Saturday, we got the live action and theme parks on Saturday. What if you have to choose? What if it's you either get into live action or you get into theme parks?
I'll get into both.
What if you don't?
Don't worry about it.
What if you couldn't?
Don't worry about it. I'll get into both.
Okay.
I'm not choosing.
That would be a tough choice. That would be like Sophie's choice. I know I would go with theme parks, but I would be bummed.
I'd go with both.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that. So that's kind of cool. So that's on the Saturday. Sunday, they haven't really announced any big things, but one of the cool announcements is the fact that we're getting a bigger space, apparently, for these big shows, 7,500 seats. Now they're calling it Hall 23, and is it in the same location or what? Because it has to be in the arena still. They must be just staging it in a way so that
can add more,
so that they can fit more people inside, because they're fitting a lot more people because these things fill up really quickly.
I do know the Anaheim Convention Center is expanding, but it won't be done by like 2017. So,
well, I'm glad
not that.
I'm glad to hear more people will be getting in. My guess is right now it's kind of like they use the long half for the stage. I feel like it's just going to be like the more shallow half, and then people will be seated.
Very true. But then when you're
going to be far away. But what would you rather be, far away or not in there?
Yeah.
So, so it's going to be exciting and wonderful. But I have a feeling that's what they're going to do, because it has to be in the same space. It's the largest space at the convention center. So that's all happening. Yay!
So close, August.
So close. So let's see. Yep, that was all stuff for the expo. And then let's go to Walt Disney World for a second.
Going.
Star Wars weekends happening really, really soon.
This weekend.
And they've added the Star Wars lounge called the Rebel Hangar. And have you seen the pictures?
I have. Food looks cool.
It looks cute. Whether or not it's delicious, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they've got like, let's see, what are they calling it? The Galactic Garlic Parmesan Fries, which had like a Wookiee in it. It looked so cute. And then Padme Amidala Naboo salad. Oh, come on. Lightsaber bites, which are basically, are they corn dogs? Or like, I think they're sausage corn dogs.
The coolest one I saw was the Darth
Maul hummus.
Yeah.
It's cool because it's like a red hummus, and then I don't know what the black was, whether it was like poppy seeds or what. Something. But it's basically all the black marks that you see on Darth Maul's face are like stenciled onto the hummus. So it's kind of cool. If you try any of that at Star Wars weekends, let us know how it is, because it looks pretty. I'm curious if it's delicious or not. But that's a new thing that's happening at Star Wars weekends. And then huge news as far as the Muppets are concerned. I love the Muppets. But they just got picked up for a new primetime television show on ABC.
Yay!
This is super exciting news. I feel the company's been trying for so long to make them mainstream again. We've now got them on YouTube with YouTube stars. We've got them on Disney Junior doing their little things there.
Muppet moments.
We're getting them on primetime ABC again. Perfect. This is all going in the right direction. I still don't feel like they've hit in the mainstream as much as they should have.
Yeah, I think the movies did okay.
They did okay.
But they weren't like spectacular in terms of
results.
Grabbing people to go see it.
And basically, we need to make it big enough again to get Muppet Vision 3D back into the Frozen theater. So that needs to happen. And who knows, if it becomes huge, maybe we'll get a new Muppet Vision 3D. That would be great. And
unfortunately, as much as I want Muppets to succeed, will it succeed past Frozen? I doubt it.
No, but I don't think the Frozen sing-along can last forever. I actually, you know what? I should go check out the Frozen sing-along because I'm curious how attendance is these days. Are they still fast-passing it, do you know? Really?
Still packing them in.
It's pretty mediocre, ladies and gentlemen. It really is.
If you can pack in seats,
I know,
versus Muppets. Last time we saw Muppets, I think we were one of like 10 people in there.
Not very mobbed. But if they did a revamped Muppets thing, and here's what you got to do, and they're trying to do it, and I hope that they succeed in doing this. They've got to grab the young viewers. That's what it comes down to. So I think they're making all the right steps. It's just whether or not the public wants it, I guess. So it's in our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Watch that. And it's kind of cool because it's going to be mockumentary style.
Ooh, fun.
And we're going to get into the lives of the Muppets. So it's going to be like their home and work life. And it's going to be kind of funny, it sounds like. And apparently when they showed this to the ABC executives and the Disney executives, the pilot got a standing ovation, which in Hollywood,
that's kind of awesome.
That doesn't happen. Executives do not give shows standing ovations. They're always like, their job is literally to say no to stuff, like find every reason to say no, and if they can't, then it'll be a success.
Do we know if it's going to be similar to like the movies where there's like live action guest stars?
Most likely. The Muppets always work that way, so I would assume it has to. And yeah, so that's a It's going to be huge. They have not set a date for it. I doubt it'll be this fall. Maybe it will be, though. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome if it was. But it's exciting news, and I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yay, Muppets!
Yay, and a little bit of Zootopia news.
Yes.
Have you heard about this?
I have.
A little bit of casting with
I don't remember.
Jason Bateman,
Oh, yeah.
who's playing the Nick Wilde is the character's name. He's playing a fox.
The fox.
And Jennifer Goodwin from Once Upon a Time. Who does she play in Once Upon a Time?
Snow White.
Oh, her. Okay. I know her.
The main character.
Okay, she's playing Judy Hopps, who is a bunny. So Zootopia is moving forward, and yeah, lots of stuff going on.
I can only assume we'll hear more about it at the D23 Expo.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, she'll be there. She probably will.
Once Upon a Time and Zootopia.
She'll be there.
Two birds, one stone.
So before we move on to trivia, I actually want to talk about something that is we have not spoken about, and it involves a competitor.
Okay.
But I feel like it affects Disney, and I'm curious if you feel like it affects Disney.
Yes.
First of all, have you heard rumors, and I say rumors, that there is potentially a deal trying to be had between Universal Studios and Disney in relations to Marvel Island at Disney's, at Universal's Islands of Adventure? Have you heard these rumors?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think they're true?
Questionable.
Okay. I would agree. I think it's probably more people wanting it to be true than actual truth. But I bring this up because it has recently been announced that Universal Studios bought the rights to the Nintendo characters. And the first thing I thought was, if you're gonna retheme Marvel Island, I feel like the Nintendo characters is a good home for it. And so I'm curious what you think. First of all, did you think about that?
Yeah.
Like, did that come to mind? And what do you I don't know. And if that's true, that means Marvel can go back into the Walt Disney World theme parks if this goes through. But I just find it interesting.
It's very interesting, especially with the Universal deal. We know that Nintendo characters are going into Orlando and Japan somewhere. Where it goes, we don't know. However, I'm hearing almost rumors of an entire park dedicated to it. It could be just the land within there. It could be any land, but Universal sometimes takes stuff away and then rethemes it like they've done to other rides, or they've
Wizarding World, yeah.
Or they've actually like expanded back a little, which they're doing with another announced ride. So it's really a wild card. But yeah. I know that there was a certain contractual deal with a certain amount of time and whatever. So I think it would be great for both sides.
I agree.
If that were to happen, however, I do like the Spider-Man ride, so
I do as well.
We'll see what.
At least we'll have Transformers still, but I agree. I prefer the Spider-Man one. And fun little factoid here is, ladies and gentlemen, the most recognizable character in the world is not Mickey Mouse. It's Mario from Nintendo. So that is a huge bump for them. It's all very interesting. I know I don't mean to go off in Universal, but I feel like it really affects Disney, and was curious if you'd heard the rumors. So I went there. Anyway,
did it?
Is it trivia time?
It is
trivia time. You want to go first?
Yes. So this is a very simple true or false.
Okay.
Because there's been a lot of discussions about this topic, and since we were recently talking about Haunted Mansion, true or false, with the Hatbox Ghost coming to the Haunted Mansion, there's now 1,000 ghosts in the Haunted Mansion.
Well, true storyline wise, but true like actual figures in the mansion, not sure. I mean, what we were basing this on is part of and I'll get part of this dialogue wrong, but he goes, there's 999 happy haunts, but we're always looking, there's always room for one more. So by adding one more, I guess that makes it 1,000, but I don't think there are actually 1,000 figures in there.
No, there are not 1,000 figures, and no, there are not 1,000 ghosts.
Did somebody die?
No, when Haunted Mansion was created, it originally had the Hatbox Ghost, and he was originally part of the 999.
So there were 998.
So he was still there. He's just making a reappearance.
Okay.
So no, there are not 1,000 ghosts. There's still 999, and there's always room for one more.
Okay. So technically there was 998 for a long time.
No, he was there.
He was there. He was just... He was
that's what Disney
story?
has come out, and they said He's just reappeared. He didn't sense your sympathetic vibrations until now.
And that is what you call good BSing, so that you do not have to re-record the voiceover because Paul Frees is dead, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's truth.
No.
He was a part of the original 999.
Sure.
He was there. He was there.
Sure. Okay.
Now he's back.
I will accept that. All right. You ready for my trivia?
Yes.
Earlier tonight, we were talking about the Muppets coming back to television.
We were.
What is do you know the name of the last primetime series that the Muppets had on television?
The Muppet Show.
It was not the Muppet Show. It was in 1996. It was on ABC. I believe it was part of the TGIF lineup.
I was a young 4-year-old watching Muppets Take America.
Muppets Tonight.
Muppets Tonight.
Muppets Tonight.
Late show.
It was basically the Muppet Show, but instead of being in a theater, it was in a TV studio. And the host actually wasn't Kermit. It was a character named Clifford, performed by Kevin Clash. And it aired on ABC for 10 episodes.
Okay.
And then it was canceled. They had shot 22. Actually, I'm sorry. They had shot 13 episodes, I believe it was. And so ABC didn't air everything that they shot. It moved to the Disney Channel. Not only did the Disney Channel air all 13, but they ordered some more for a total 22 episodes. And so Disney Channel aired 22 episodes, which is in TV terms a full season. And then that was the end of it. But yep, Muppets Tonight, Clifford, 1996, 22 episodes, ABC, and the Disney Channel.
Don't think I watched it.
You didn't get any of that right.
Nope. I still think it's Muppets Take America.
No,
Is that even a thing?
Nope.
I just made it up.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
No, America.
Nope. That would
The world.
Sam Eagle would be the main character.
He would.
Totally. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for us this week. And as always, you can connect with us online with
Twitter
and
Facebook
and
YouTube
and
our blog on Tumblr.
Yes, and
Did I miss one?
Instagram. Yay! And you can
SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube,
and you can find
Friendster,
MySpace. No, not Friendster, not MySpace.
Okay.
But you can find it all at
DisneyCoastToCoast.com or DCTC, Disney CTC.
at Disney CTC on Instagram and Twitter.
So there's so many.
Everything's at DisneyCoastToCoast.com, folks. Thanks for watching and or listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Hercules premiere, and I wanted to tell you about this because you're such a huge Hercules fan, was grand scale, massive, like an entire weekend of awesomeness. The Main Street Electrical Parade Hercules edition came to New York City.
What?
Yes.
That's awesome.